Hello everyone and welcome back to more Flight Simulator. Today we're going to be doing a repeat flight, however the previous flight was not a successful one, ergo why are we doing a repeat flight. Those of you who have been watching my flights and stuff for a short while now may or may not remember a trip I took from St. Maarten, which is where we're at now, to St. Bartholomew Island, St. Barths. For those of you IKL fans, that's TNCM to TFFJ. And I did that in a 208, I believe, a Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. And I didn't do so well on the landing. So we're going to be trying it again in FSX. The last flight we did was in FS 2004 with the 208. So we're going to be giving it a shot in a newer simulator with a newer airplane. This is the TBM 850, an absolutely beautiful single-engine turboprop aircraft, as many of you probably already knew before I was talking. And we have a flight plan we're going to follow, so hopefully the controller will get us nicely lined up. And there's also a little cheat I'm going to be doing. Well, basically, Flight Simulator X, which is what we're in now, does not model the approach to St. Barths Runway 10 entirely properly. St. Barths Runway 10 approach, you fly the glide slope basically down the side of a hill. And in FSX, it's a pretty normal flat approach, so there isn't any of that. Anyway, let's hop in and get the aircraft up and going here. So I'm going to go ahead and close that baggage door. And we'll get some battery power here, so we'll go ahead and unguard that, and we'll have our avionics set to start. And we'll go ahead and call for clearance. Juliana Tower, 658 Bravo Lima, IFR to St. Barths, ready to copy.
658 Bravo Lima is cleared to Tango Foxtrot, Juliet Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,500. Departure frequency is 128.905, squawk 0037.
Okay, and we'll read that back in just a second here. 658 Bravo Lima cleared to St. Barths as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,500. Departure on 128.905, squawk 0037.
Bravo Lima, readback is correct. Contact ground on 118.7 when ready to taxi.
Okay, 128.905. Okay, and we'll go ahead and shut our door there.
Bombardier, Whiskey Uniform X-ray. Contact Juliana, departure on 128.905.
And we'll go ahead and begin startup here. So I'm going to go ahead and select the left fuel tank. Go up here to our ignition, set that to automatic. Fuel selector, automatic. And our auxiliary pump to automatic. Generator will be off for the startup. Go ahead and get a little bit of external lighting going. Turn on the nav lights and stand by on the pulse system. And we will go ahead and commence engine start here. Alrighty. That's going to go. I'm going to turn on our separator here, as well as our pilot heat. Okay. Go ahead and turn off the starter, turn our generator on. Get the rest of the avionics going as well.
Juliana Tower, H Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo, ready to copy IFR clearance to Mike Yankee Mike Mike. H Papa Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo is cleared at Mike Yankee Mike Mike airport as filed.
Okay.
Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 6,000. Departure frequency is 128.905, squawk 6121. H Papa Juliet Bravo
Definitely
Delta
gonna want some
Kilo,
air
cleared to
conditioning while we're here.
Mike, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 6,000. Departure on 128.905. Squawk 612. Bravo
Get our
Delta
oxygen
Kilo.
going as
Readback
well.
is correct. Contact ground on
Okay.
118.7 when ready to taxi.
We should be all set to request taxi clearance here. Juliana Tower 658, Bravo Lima, ready to taxi IFR.
658, Bravo Lima, taxi to and hold short of runway 9er. Using taxiway Foxtrot runway 9er, Bravo Alpha. Contact tower at 118.7 when ready.
Taxi to hold short and runway 9er using taxiway Foxtrot, runway 9er, Bravo Alpha, contact tower on 118.7. Hey, Bravo Lima.
Mall Whiskey Victor Delta. Contact Juliana departure on 128.905.
Go ahead
Juliana
and
ground H Papa Juliet Bravo Delta
power
Kilo,
back here.
ready to taxi IFR. Point 128.905. Mall Whiskey Victor Delta. H Papa Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo. Taxi to and hold short of runway 9er. In taxiway Foxtrot runway 9er. Bravo Alpha. Contact tower at 118.7 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 9er. Via taxiway Foxtrot runway 9er. Bravo Alpha. H Bravo Delta Kilo.
Okay, let me adjust my rudder pedals here. Didn't do that beforehand. Okay. Go on one, click on our there. Okay. Now it's interesting. Normally, on the TBM 850, you wouldn't have to. You would taxi normally with a prop all the way back in the idle position, just to not wear out the brakes. But it seems like with this sim aircraft here, I'm actually having to use full prop engagement as well as throttle, just to get the aircraft moving. It's interesting, and even after that, like I'm at about third throttle. You're on a third throttle, and still doesn't want to move all the way. It's my landing gear. Did not mean to do that. I did do one notch of flaps for takeoff configuration. Crossing 9er 27. We're going to follow this King Air 350 out here. Wanders a little bit, even with next to no rudder input. So I'm aware that some of the power loss we're experiencing is from having the separator open. However, you do actually taxi the TBM 850 with the separator on, just to make sure you don't get any FOD into the intake whenever possible. It's, you know, to avoid icing, of course, as you're going through clouds or flying through heavy precipitation, but you also do it on the ground just to avoid little bits of FOD. We're scooting in behind this 350 here. Technically, we could call ready for takeoff. We'll try and beat this 350 to it. No, we'll be polite and we'll wait. Like we would properly anyway. Let's zoom in just a little bit on our GPS here. window. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how this aircraft just tends to bog itself down. Because now I'm almost at half throttle. You can see we're not moving that quickly forward. Not a huge fan of that. Not sure what the reasoning behind it is, but hey, nonetheless. Hopefully we'll be getting out of here pretty soon. We won't have to worry about the airplane bogging down. On the ground, at least. Yeah, because I'm still well over a third throttle.
Juliana Tower, H Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo, ready to go, runway 9, IFR to Mike, Yankee, Mike, H Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo, clear for takeoff, runway 9er. Clear for takeoff, runway 9er, H Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo.
Juliana Tower, 658 Bravo Lima, ready to go, runway 9er, IFR to St. Barths.
658 Bravo Lima, hold short, runway 9er, the traffic is H, air on the runway.
We'll hold short, runway 9er, 8 Bravo Lima. Alright, while we wait for that, we'll go ahead and turn on our strobe lights as well as our landing lights with the pulse system going on, so you can just see it there on the corners of the landing lights. In fact, let me go outside. So you can see our pulse system going there as the landing lights alternate, which is pretty cool if you turn the pulse system off. Position and hold of 8 Bravo Lima. Figured we'd be getting out of here pretty quickly.
Bravo Delta Kilo. Contact Juliana departure on 128.905. Going to 128.905. Beach Bravo Delta Kilo. 658 Bravo Lima. Clear for takeoff. Runway 9er.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er. 8658 Bravo Lima. It's rolling out nicely. We're approaching our VR here. Try and track that center line a little better, darn it. Okay, here comes VR. Go ahead and pull back. Airborne. Positive rate, we'll bring in the gear. And I'm going to go ahead and enable our autopilot straight away.
Lake approach. Beach Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo is at 2,800, climbing 6,000. Beach Papa, Juliet Bravo Delta Kilo, Wall Lake approach. Roger. Altimeter 29904. Beach Bravo Delta Kilo, contact Juliana departure on 128.905. 8 Bravo Lima. Contact Juliana departure on 128.905. Point 128.905.
And we'll turn the separator off.
Bravo Delta Kilo.
Get some free power. 128.905, 8 Bravo Lima. We'll go ahead and switch comms.
Beach Bravo Delta Kilo, have the traffic.
Juliana departure, 608 Bravo Lima is at 900, climbing 5,500.
658 Bravo Lima, Juliana departure, roger. Altimeter 29905. 8 Bravo Lima, you're 17 miles northwest. Turn left heading 025, climb and maintain 5,500. Expect vector visual, runway 10, approach. 8 Bravo Lima, turn right heading 195, climb and maintain 5,500.
Right to 195, up to 5,500, 8 Bravo Lima. Okay.
8 Bravo Lima, turn right heading 230.
Okay, right to 230, 8 Bravo Lima.
H Bravo Delta Kilo, climb and maintain 14,000.
Climb and maintain 14,000. Beach Bravo Delta Kilo.
Okay. Let's double check everything's nicely configured. We'll bring in the flaps here. Gain a little bit more airspeed. So we turn out over the island here. Don't need my visor anymore. That's for sure. Straight back out over the airport, actually. So hopefully they'll get us onto this pink line here momentarily. All of our engine gauges are still in the green, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the nav hold. We'll turn half bank on now that we're
Whiskey Victor Delta. Contact Sub 1 centered on 128.65.
128.65 for all Whiskey Victor Delta.
H Bravo Delta Kilo. Contact Sub 1 centered on 128.65.
128.65 H Bravo Delta Kilo.
great looking airplane, great looking day. What good weather. This is
Descend and maintain 2,000.
down to 2,000 April Lima. What I was saying is the weather's good. This is real world weather we're flying with, so you know.
8 Bravo Lima. Turn left heading 190.
Left to 190, 8 Bravo Lima. Yeah, 5,000 was a bit high. I could have selected a lower altitude, really. It's like we're not even going to get up to our cruise speed. Not even close. Really short flight. Yeah, we're doing it. Like, I can only go so fast. I can descend faster if you would like. So they expect about somewhere around 1,500 feet per minute. I think it's between 1,000 and 1,500 feet per minute for turboprop. So we'll do 1,500 to keep the control. Actually, no, we'll do 1,200 to keep the controller and myself happy. And our airspeed happy as well. Everyone's happy. Unless you're not, in which case... Sorry. It's left to 160.
Juliana, approach. Cessna, Papa Juliet, Victor, November, Charlie, with you. Cessna, Papa Juliet, Victor, November, Charlie. Juliana, approach. Roger. Altimeter, 2994.
Left to 160, still down to 2,000, 8 Bravo Lima. And we're almost there, as far as 2,000.
November Charlie. Descend and maintain 2,000. 8 Bravo Lima. Turn left heading 130.
Left to 130, 8 Bravo Lima. Okay, 130. I'm going to ditch the half bank, just for now. Just to make sure we can quickly adjust to what the controller wants from us. Pretty decent rate of descent. I'm going to add a little bit of power back in as we're slowly decreasing our descent here, almost down to 2,000 like the controller wanted. I'm going to go ahead and turn our landing lights back on, but disable the pulse system just so there's steady burn. Turn the taxi light back on once we drop the gear, and then we'll turn the pulse system on as well. And for those of you who didn't understand exactly what I was talking about before, the pulse system...
Airport is at your 10 o'clock. 11 miles. Turn left heading 105. Support runway in sight.
Left to 105, and we'll call the field 8 Bravo Lima. And I think we don't have it visually. We'll have it on our GPS. So, yeah, we've got the field. There it is. 8 Bravo Lima has the field.
8 Bravo Lima. You are 10 miles west. Climb and maintain 2000. Cleared visual. Runway 10 approach. Switch to advisory on 118.45.
Climb and maintain 2000, cleared visual, runway 10 approach, advisory on 118.45, 8 Bravo Lima. Okay. So, let's quick configure here. Pulse systems back on. Strobes. Not strobes, taxi light back on. And we'll call traffic. St. Barths traffic, 608 Bravo Lima, 8 miles west, inbound visual, runway 10. And we'll start dropping to our VFE. Get the airplane nicely lined up here. Just ourselves a little bit to the right. We'll call a long final here once we're, let's see, 5 miles out about. Yeah, let's do that. Still dropping that speed. There's 1 notch. So we'll drop the flaps and the gears simultaneously. The whole airplane will balloon up immensely. Add a little bit of power in just to kind of slow some of that speed. We're going to need to bleed a lot of speed coming out of St. Barths, or coming into St. Barths. It was a really, really small, short runway. I distinctly remember watching an overshoot video where a guy in a twin-engine aircraft totally overshot the runway and ended up on the beachhead. That wasn't fun. Alright, so let's call our final, and then we'll shut the autopilot off. St. Barths traffic, 608 Bravo Lima is on final, runway 0 to land, full stop. Alright, let's ditch the flight director and the autopilot here. Leave our yaw damper on, and we'll turn our separator back on as well. Add in that last notch of flaps. Airplane's still ballooning up. We'll even that out with a little bit of nose down, a lot of nose down trim. Wow, okay. We're really going to back off the throttle here. We're getting a little bit of pilot-induced oscillation, courtesy of yours truly. We do have a pretty significant headwind, so I'm going to add a little power back in, just so we don't stall out too prematurely. Actually, it's a pretty significant crosswind. We're going to have to crab in, it looks like. So that should be interesting. Going to lose quite a bit more altitude. I'm going to get us down to maybe 500 feet. Because this runway does not have a very high field elevation. On the other end of the runway, let's see, what is it, 2.8? Yeah, 2.8. Like it's like I said, it's a beach, so you're pretty much at MSL when you're coming to that end of the runway. So I'm gonna go almost back to full idle now, still bleeding speed. Full flaps, confirmed. Just keep crabbing the airplane in, keep it around 80 knots. I like to stay above 80 knots. I'm not actually sure the actual touchdown speed of the 850. Ooh, a little bit of turbulence there, wind shear, whatever you want to call it. So normally at St. Barths we'd be like diving in right now, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but Flight Sim didn't model that, so we can just float in nicely like it's a normal old runway, which I kind of appreciate. Full idle now, and touchdown. Go full reverse. And we are on the ground. Made it safely this time. Okay, do we have a turnaround area? No, so we'll have to figure that out. We might as well just do that here then, right? Deconfigure from takeoff. stopped. So, throttle back up here. I'll turn off the landing and strobe lights. Just leaving the taxi light there. Get some power back into the engine. We just turned around. I think we might just go off the runway here. It's okay. It's not like this is like a $3 million aircraft or anything. It's alright, don't worry. That's actually another interesting thing. So I think this has the, it has a Garmin avionics overhaul, and I think the other cheaper, older, mind you, when I say cheaper and older, I'm still talking about like a high $2 million aircraft. Mid to high $2 million aircraft. I think they have a Honeywell system, but the one we're flying in has the big Garmin overhaul, which is nice. Okay, we'll turn in here, this spasming taxiway. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or not, but those taxiway lines are having an absolute aneurysm on me. And we'll call clear runway. St. Barths traffic, 658 Bravo Lima's clear the runway. Well, nonetheless, we made it, you guys, in one piece. Landing could have been a lot smoother, admittedly, but any landing you walk away from is a good one. Is that what they say? Or any, any, I don't even remember what it is. But we did it. And we'll bring it to a stop. Oh, we overshot the stop line by quite a bit, didn't we? We'll figure that out in just a second. Okay, let's go to our checklist here, because this aircraft does actually have a proper checklist. So we're going to go ahead and select the shutdown checklist. Pre-flight normal operations, en route landing. Is it landing? I would assume it's landing. Before landing, after landing, shutdown. There we go. Can we go one more? There we go. Okay. Alright. Yep, parking brake, that's fine. Condition lever, check high/idle. We'll get to that in just a second. Actually, yeah, might as well. Taxi light off. Okay. Autopilot trims master switch set to off. Okay. Ah, I see a problem now. Oh, that's my avionics. Okay, autopilot's trims and master switch set to off. Avionics master switch set to start. We'll do that in just a second, because if I, as you just saw, if I move it to start, we'll lose this. ECS panel off, bleed switch off. Check cabin depressurization. We'll go ahead and dump. Dump the cabin. There we go. Propeller governor lever. Yeah, we've been feathered for more than 15 seconds. Cabin depressurization is good. Governor lever cut off. Separator switch off. We'll turn off our pilot heat as well. Avionics master switch off. External lights panel off. Internal lights, fuel, all of that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn off our avionics. Turn off the fuel pumps. All of that good stuff. Generator is now off. We don't need that. Ignition off. Battery full off. Nope, not GPU. Full off. Guard those. All of these switches are off. The pulse system now off. And last thing we're going to do here is disengage our oxygen overhead. And that should be everything with the aircraft. We'll reset our fuel selector to off. And that is it. We're done here, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. We made it alive. The most important part, we're alive. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. If you liked it, let me know, please. I love doing flight simulator stuff, so if you guys like watching it, I'm definitely going to keep doing it. Having said that, if you want to see something else, tell me. I'll probably do it. Maybe, unless it's dumb. Even if it is dumb, might do it. We'll see. Anyway, rambling now. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, take it easy.